Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's Boston taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next. Starting on the mound in this one, Max Meyer. Chris, what are you looking for from him? All right, ready to go here. Darryl Hernandez digs in now.
Number 23, Darryl Hernandez.
Swing at a ground ball. Tosses to first. One pitch and one out.
Batting second, the third baseman, Wade Vaughn.
Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. To first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first. Two down. Base is empty. Gleyber Torres getting ready to hit.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Line to left, and that is that. We go to the bottom of the first, and our pitcher tonight, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. We'll also go to slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Otto Lopez. Yeah! In there, and it's 0-1. Edwards aboard here at first with nobody out.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown.
Hernandez takes it himself for one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. And it gets by him. Lopez around third. He will score, and the Marlins have the lead.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Connor Norton in the box now. Takes strike one. And a strike.
0-2 count. Both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Batting fifth, the center fielder,
off the plate, ball one.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Man at second. Swings through that one for strike one. The other way. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Liner snagged at first. Back here at Lone Depot Park, digging in, Alfonso Soriano. And that one fouled off. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And quickly one away in the second.
Ball.
In the air, left field. Stowers settles underneath it, takes it in for the out. Seiya Suzuki will hit next. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to third, Norby tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the second, and at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play, so when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier.
Hey!
The 0-2. Yamamoto sends him packing.
Batting in, the first baseman, number 21, Brad
Ball.
Holly.
Damn.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting ninth.
2 outs, base is empty. Agustin Ramirez, the next to hit.
Hey!
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager.
Got him swinging for the strikeout, and he strikes out the side. Back here in Miami, new inning getting started. William Contreras now at the plate. That one almost got him.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Hit hard, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Swing and a foul out of play. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
That's outside, and it's 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there's one down. 1 out, man at first. And here is Ed Cullen. Swings through that one.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Out towards right center field. Conine on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Brewers, the shortstop, Gabriel Hernandez.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches.
They take the force out, and that is that. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. Bunting for a hit. Not in time.
No, he's safe.
Great effort, but it's an infield hit. There's a strike. Edwards on at first, nobody out. Swings and misses, struck him out. So up next, Kyle Stowers. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
That's a ball.
Pitch out, but no action. Man at first, one away. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Strike 3. Yoshinobu gets the K.
Up next to the Marlins, third baseman number 1, Connor.
Nope.
Norby.
Measures 5 feet 10 inches. He was a second-round pick in 2021. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swings through that. Swing and a ball popped up. That is the inning. Start of the fourth, leading off Wade
The third
Boggs.
baseman, Wade Boggs.
Well, these guys just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resolved.
Oh, now this ball is driven into the left center field gap. And that's a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Way outside, and it gets away. To third, not in time. He's safe. Boggs up to third on the wild pitch. Just missed. Runner at third, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. That one misses. And now 3-0. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. And it bangs off the wall. Cut off. Throw to second. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now here is Alfonso Soriano. Man at second. Rip, but it curls foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And a 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner around third. He scores to tie it up. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2. Go ahead run on base. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Towards first and foul ball. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
That one to first. Hawley takes it himself. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
Up next for Boston, the center fielder, Suzuki.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Base hit into the outfield.
First pitch swing in, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pick.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. This one in the air right field. Conine makes his way towards it, and that's a fair ball. Into third now, so runners at the corners and one out. Runners at the corners here, one away. Masataka Yoshida digs in now. This one ripped, but foul to the right. First and third, one down. Lifted in the air, right center field. Fires it to the plate. Tag, too late, he scores. It's 4-2.
Up next for the Brewers, the right fielder, and
on the ground. Hawley takes it himself, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. The 0-1. Gets the outside corner with that one. Got him looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
the catcher, number 13.
And that's in for a strike. Late with the swing there.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy.
That's
Have to
inside.
regroup here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. So digging in, Griffin Conine. Struck out swinging his first time.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Back here in Miami, ready now for the 5th inning. Darrell Hernandez getting ready to hit. Up the middle. Gets it to first. They get him, but it was pretty close. And it's fouled away. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. 0-2 now. That one ripped. Leaping, and he makes the grab. 2 down, base is empty. Gleyber Torres up to hit. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. In the air to left center. Marcy under it. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Graham Hawley.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
For the Marlins, the designated hitter,
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little
Inside,
more.
ball 1.
That one drifts inside.
And obviously, a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards will hit next. He's 2 for 2. And he lays down a bunt. No play. That's an infield single.
The batter, number 6.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one.
Aye.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That one carrying. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. And this game is tied. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. Just missed. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Jansen Jung. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. Soriano goes 6'1", 180 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Base hit, so a man on base to start the inning.
All over that one right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throw to second on a bounce. Safe. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's now 5-4.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Runner on the go. Pitch way inside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So up next, Masataka Yoshida. No question about this one. It's out of here. That'll fire up the dugout, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-4.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Number 43.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norton. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game. Now here is Heriberto Hernandez.
Nope. Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that clips the inside corner.
Ball 2.
Here's a 2-2. And that's
ball.
Downstairs and outside. And that is low for
Nope.
ball 4.
Ball 4.
First pitch swinging.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
That's the third out. Top of inning number 7. Stepping in, Darrell Hernandez. In the air, right field. One up, one down. This one in the air, center field. 2 down. Here is Gleyber Torres.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
In the air to left center. Marcy on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley.
Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
Hey!
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Clay Buchholz gets handed the rock out of the pen. And a foul ball. The 0-1. This to third. Jump throw. And very nicely done for the out. So back to the top of the order. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. Check swing called strike. It's 0-1. Here's a tapper towards short. Now the throw to first on the run.
Safe, he's in.
Pulls him off the bag and he's safe. On the ground out to short. They get the force.
You're up.
That's the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Lake Bakker.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Tap foul at the plate. This one in the air, right field. Konai on his way over. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Fouled off to the right. Man at second. And he grounds one back up the middle. Handles, throws the first. First out in the top of the 8th. At the plate, Seiya Suzuki. First pitch misses. Base hit center field. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they lead by 4. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. On the ground. And foul ball. In the air out to center. Grabs it on the run. And there's 2 away. Now the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball, that's low.
Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the 8th. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers.
Hey!
High fly ball, right field. Lynn under it. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman number 1, Connor.
Being high, that's in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Now at the plate, Jacob Marcy.
The center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
Hey!
And that one clips the corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Just misses with that one. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Got him swinging. Back here in Miami, digging in, and Cullen.
And Cullen.
That's a ball.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Stowers takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
For the Brewers, the shortstop, Daryl Hernandez.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first.
No,
and
he's
they get
out.
it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Wade Boggs. 1 for 4 with a double.
Ball, that's out.
Boucher, 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. Line drive, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Aye.
The 0-1. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and the inning is over. Bottom of the ninth. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Heriberto Hernandez. Gregory Soto on to pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Got him. One down.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, number 18.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Got him swinging for the K. And the Marlins with just one out left. Graham Pauly, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
This could end it. And that misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Got him. That finishes the evening's action. And our final here today, 8-4 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.